Yeah, hi, my name's Joel. I'm from East London and I'm going to the University of North Carolina on the Morehead-Cain scholarship to either study political science or history. I chose to study in the US because I knew that one day I want to work internationally. So I thought, why not go and study in perhaps the most powerful country in the world. I thought there was a lot there to learn, and I also saw it as a totally different opportunity from that a lot of my friends were going to have. After learning a bit more about the US system, I grew to love it even more, particularly the liberal arts side, because as you've probably heard, I'm still not sure exactly what I want to study, and that was one major difference from the US and the UK universities, in that I didn't have to decide yet. And there were also a lot more opportunities for financial assistance, which isn't so much the case over here in the UK. I've been lucky enough that I'm not going to need a loan, and these are all factors that actually made studying in the US the best decision for me. I applied to Harvard, Princeton, the University of North Carolina and Duke University. The type of factors I used in applying were the weather, so the kind of climate of where I was going. I didn't want somewhere where it was going to be cold all the time or somewhere where it would be too hot. So I decided to go for those four. I also wanted somewhere where I thought I could get the best kind of academic experience. I wanted somewhere where I'd get a degree that was respected, and where I'd be talking to like-minded students, and I thought these four universities could give that to me. Also, financial assistance was important, so I had to think about, as an international student, was there assistance for me to actually pay for tuition, because there's no way my parents could have afforded to send me to a US university otherwise. The type of tips I'd have for somebody else who wanted to apply to the US would be to not just go for the Ivy Leagues, because there's so much more that other universities can offer, and to really do your research, because you'll find that there's universities that you really can grow to be a part of. The tips I'd have for other UK students would be to pick your references carefully. So pick people who you think are going to write you the best references. A US reference isn't like a UK one, so you've really got to pick someone who's really going to sell you, because that's what you need, somebody who's going to sell you to that university. Also, just really be organised, know exactly what you need and what you need when you need it, and go for it with a kind of systematic approach, and just make sure you meet all your deadlines, because when you're actually applying, the universities won't take it too well if you're late with your applications or if you're missing documents. It will just slow you down and may actually affect their decision. The SATs, I did do some preparation, so I used the College Board book, looked at the College Board website, did the thing on the College Board site where they send you a question every day, and I used to do that, so at least I was doing something every day. And it was also just a totally different style of exams that was quite a new thing to get used to. So the idea of the whole thing being multiple choice and one small writing part, that was quite weird, because that's not very much like our exams over here. Or sometimes the language, for example, in something like maths, although maths is meant to be a universal subject, just like recognising that a trapezoid was the same thing as a trapezium. I'll be paying for my studies with the Morehead-Cain scholarship, which I was fortunate enough to get. So it's a full ride scholarship that's going to be pretty much paying for everything. So that's my tuition, living expenses, food, miscellaneous items, books, and so on. And so that's been great. However, when I was applying to the other universities, I also had to submit financial aid applications, and particularly with the Ivy League universities, they say this is it's need-based, so it's not going to be it shouldn't affect your actual application. But with some of the other universities, you need to remember that not only are you applying to get into the university, you also want the financial aid, so your application's got to be even better to make sure that you get all the help that you actually need, because this can severely affect whether or not you choose to attend that university. As part of my scholarship, every summer I'm going to be taking on a different activity. So this summer I'm actually going to Minnesota to do backpacking and canoeing for 3.5 weeks. on an outward bound course, and that's covered by the scholarship. And this is to kind of prepare me for university, to meet some, to acclimatise myself to the US, meet some Americans, and just really get involved in the outdoors, something which I've loved, which I did a lot as an Army cadet already, but just a chance to do that and really get myself prepared. I know for the freshman summer, I've then got a voluntary work placement to do, and the best thing about the scholarship is that I can do that anywhere in the world, and the scholarship has such connections that there's opportunities for me to pretty much do whatever I want, where I want, and I'm really looking forward to that. Then for the third summer, I'm going to be doing a piece of international research. So it's likewise, a lot of current scholars currently do that in connection with their degree. So they go out and they pursue a piece of research anywhere they want again, and the scholarship gives you the opportunity to do that with a lot of different people and the context that they've had. Then the final summer is an internship, and that's again anywhere you want, and with the connections that the scholarship has made. I'm looking forward to the first, particularly the first year, where I'm going to get the chance to try out a whole number of new things. With A-levels, as most of us know, we've had to whittle it down to 3 or 4 subjects that we're going to really go into detail on, and we've probably all given up things that we really enjoyed beforehand because they either didn't fit in our timetables or because we didn't have enough choices. So I'm really looking forward to picking up some of the stuff that I loved and lost, and really getting the chance to try those things again, but also just picking up some new things and just trying subjects that I've never tried before, and perhaps developing a new love, and that's something that I'm definitely looking forward to. I'm also just looking forward to meeting new students, doing something totally different from all of my peers, and just being in a very different place to East London.